big number was one. Either this one or the next one we'd have to get to.
Love that for us.
Yeah. That would have hurt. No, I'm looking out here for the dumb.
No.
Who would like
Yeah,
to start us
played.
off on the Zooms?
I'll give it a shot. Fee, so you dribble the ball a couple times, get the ball out to Carlton at the top of the key there, and she hits that shot. Just tell me what was going through your mind, and can you believe how far that shot actually was?
Just like the epitome, I feel like, of what sports is, just so much joy, and it was so exciting. It was a really deep shot, so it was really fun. It was stressful. I feel like we had 4 game winners between the two sides in the last 14 seconds. So I was just really happy she made that. And then I was looking at the clock to see how much time we had to play defense for.
Harry?
Yeah, coach. Sort of similar to last game, third quarter dominance, great halftime adjustments, but then other team gets back in the fourth quarter. Just how do you coach through the highs and lows and sort of the peaks and valleys of a game like this, and just what was the intensity like out there in a game like that?
I mean, we didn't dominate the third quarter. We outscored them. We actually outscored them in the second quarter as well. I think the way that we were playing, I thought we came out at halftime and we were locked in on what we were doing. I thought we got that separation and we were up. Were we up 11? I think that was our 12. 12 was the biggest. And then just unfortunately our offense left us, in the fourth quarter, whether it was getting good shots and, not making them, or obviously the self-inflicted stuff where, we fueled them some with our turnovers and they really got going. I mean, what you think of is these are good teams that we're playing against, right? This is the number 2 and number 3 team. What you expect is that back and forth, exactly what Fee described. In the game situations, you got 2 good teams with really good players on both sides. And that's what you expect. You don't expect it, just because a team is down, especially at home, down by 12, that they're going to stop playing. Obviously I wish we would execute a little bit better in that to really put them away, so we weren't in these theatrics, but, I'm happy for our team. I thought, K-Mac and Fee and Land, the basket that Fee made, the wherewithal that they had, to find Fee and Fee to put the ball in the hole for us. And then obviously BC shot, it's kind of the epitome of the season for her, like she just kind of deserves something like that to happen to her. So really special.
And then for Fee, I mean, it feels kind of wild to ask about anything that happened before the last minute, just because of how dramatic the last minute was. But another 25 spot for you tonight. Just felt like you had things going really well early and had a lot of momentum throughout. Just what was working for you tonight on the offensive end and defensive end?
I think one of the emphasis tonight was playing in movement. They're obviously really strong in the post, so not to battle in there too much, but to get them moving and to dribble out to our guards. And I thought we executed that pretty well.
Mike?
First off, congratulations on the big win. Gives you the number 2 seed. What are your thoughts on that?
He's asking, the thoughts on securing the number 2 overall seed in the playoffs.
I mean, it's great. We have hefty goals, but I just think the way that we came out of Olympic break is just such a testament, and being able to play, knowing we get to play in front of our home fans in the playoffs. Obviously, we have a more regular season game at home. But I think it's just a testament to battling through everything. This is the hardest league in the world for me. There's 12 teams. It's hard to win every single night. And so to say you're number 2 going into the playoffs is great, because you're going to be playing at home, and one of our goals and on to the next.
And maybe last in the finish of the game. What about Courtney's performance tonight?
Courtney's performance.
I thought it was really good. She got to her spots in the mid-range where she's so lethal. And then just her playmaking too. She had 12 assists, which was huge. So I thought she did a really great job at that point guard position tonight.
Kent?
Yeah, well, either Fee or K-Mac, I wonder if you could just kind of echo just maybe your feelings on she said BC is kind of the epitome of her season, one of the most improved players in the league. Just how much you talk about the joy of it when you see somebody like her who's worked so hard and you've played with so long, have a moment like that. It's got to be pretty special.
It is really special, just because BC works so hard for us. She does everything we ask every single night, and she's also one of the best people you'll ever meet. So to see her have such an amazing season like this, and I think from my perspective, what coach means is it's the epitome of BC. It's just she shows up when we need her to. That's where she's been all year. And so for this to happen, she just said it was her first game winner, which is really exciting. I think that's what she means by she deserves it. Just she's such a great teammate, person, ball player. So to have her win the game for us in such a way like this, I think it's just it's an amazing feeling that we all have for her.
Coach, I wanted to ask you, now that the seating is set, you'll have one more game against LA on Thursday, and then the playoffs will presumably start on Sunday. Does that change how you approach that final regular season game in any way?
I haven't even thought about it, Kent, to be honest with you. We're trying to have these moments where we're celebrating. We'll meet with the staff and we'll talk about our approach on the next game. But you know, it's the WNBA and you have a roster size of 11. What are you gonna do? Rest 4 people? You know? You know, I think, you know, it's safe to say that we're certainly not gonna run these guys into the ground. Yeah, and we like to finish with a home win.
And I'd just like to get all of you guys, I mean, have you guys figured out just how long that shot was? I think she had to be at least 7-8 feet behind the arc, don't you think?
Yeah, about 28 feet, yeah. Oh. I don't know what the official play-by-play had it at. You could find that on WNBA.com. For your story.
I looked at it, it said 34, and I thought that had to have been a mistake.
Play-by-play?
On the courtside box, it said
Yeah.
34 feet. I thought that was a little long.
What did it say, 34?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like just inside half court. Wow.
And finally, for either player, just, I mean, I talked about it a little bit, but the way you guys took control of things out of the Olympic break, got yourself into the number 2 position. Obviously, the job's not done yet, but how satisfying is it to be there?
I just like where we are as a team. I think just our connection in the huddles, the ebbs and flows of the game, staying connected, I think has been a testament to why we are where we are right now. Problem solving together. It's never anybody pointing fingers or anything like that. Everybody's very selfless. We're all here for the same mission, which is to win each and every game we go out and play. And that becomes a lot of fun, you know, because then you're just competing your asses off for 40 minutes and, you know, hopefully you end up on top. That's what we're doing. And we're having a lot of fun doing it, enjoying playing with each other. And that's the best part. You know, we're having a lot of fun staying connected and going through the adverse situations. And now we get to, you know, finish out the regular season at home and move into the playoffs, and we're excited about it.
And one quick one. Did somebody say that BC said that was their first game winner?
That's what she said.
Yep.
At overall or just at the WNBA level?
She didn't get in great detail.
Yeah, I didn't ask more questions. I don't know.
Okay.
Terry, what's our last question?
Yeah, if this is for any of you, but I think I heard all 3 of you going back as far as training camp, talking about just how pleased you were with the chemistry within the team from day one, but also mentioned, you know, everyone's chemistry is great first day of training camp and it'll get tested with adversity. The strength of the chemistry has been a theme for this team all year long, whether things have mostly been going good, but even in the, you know, ups and downs. But to be here tonight, now clinching the 2 seed and getting your 30th win, just how fun is it to be a member of this team, and just how proud of you are of that chemistry that's been consistent through this whole season long chase?
It's really fun to be part of this team. This is honestly the most fun I've had. Obviously winning contributes to that, but also just the chemistry we have as a team. We have so many different personalities, but they just mesh really well. And I think just examples of that is we love hanging out with each other, even though it's not mandatory, especially in the WNBA, you don't have that a lot. In college, you're forced to, and that's one thing I learned coming to the W is like, you don't hang out as much in college as you do in college. But with us, you know, we're always going to dinner or we have barbecues or we're just hanging out together. I think it just shows how much we genuinely like each other. So that makes a huge difference in just the environment of the team. And I think it's what helps make us so successful is we want this so bad for each other because we genuinely just really love and like each other.
Thank you all. See you on Thursday.
All right.